Greece's former king Constantine I, whose 9-year reign coincided with one of the most turbulent periods in the country's political history, has died at a private hospital in Athens, his doctors announced late on Tuesday. He was Constantine, a cousin of British monarch King Charles I, died of a stroke. He was admitted to an Athens hospital last week with breathing problems, Greek media reported. When he acceded to the throne as Constantine I at the age of the youthful monarch, who had already achieved glory as an Olympic gold medalist in sailing, was hugely popular. By the following year he had squandered much of that support with his active involvement in the machinations that brought down the popularly elected Centre Union government of Prime Minister George Papandreou. The episode, still widely known in Greece as the apostasy or defection from the ruling party of several lawmakers, destabilized the constitutional order and led to a military coup. Constantine eventually clashed with the military rulers and was forced into exile. The dictatorship abolished the monarchy and when democracy was restored the year after. Nearly of Greeks voted for the abolition of the monarchy in a referendum, ending a dynasty begun by Constantine's Danish-born great-grandfather George I. In an opinion poll found fewer than of Greeks favored a return to a constitutional monarchy. More than blamed Constantine for the coming of the junta. Constantine was born on June in Athens to Princess Frederica of Hanover and Prince Paul, younger brother of King George I and heir presumptive to the throne. His older sister Sofia is the wife of former King Juan Carlos I of Spain. He was also the nephew of Greek-born Prince Philip, the late Duke of Edinburgh, and husband of the late Queen Elizabeth I. The family which had ruled in Greece apart from a year Republican interlude between, was descended from Prince Christian. Later Christian X of Denmark of the House of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Glücksburg branch of the Danish ruling family. When the dictatorship collapsed in July, Constantine was eager to return to Greece, but was advised against it by veteran politician Constantine Karamanlis, who returned from exile to head a civilian government. To his final days Constantine, while accepting that Greece was now a republic, continued to style himself King of Greece and his children as princes and princesses, even though Greece no longer recognized titles of nobility. For most of his years in exile, he lived in Hampstead Garden suburb in North London, and was said to be especially close to his second cousin Charles, now King Charles I. It took Constantine years to return to his country briefly to bury his mother Queen Frederica but he eventually moved back permanently. There were continued disputes the then socialist government stripped him of his nationality and expropriated what remained of the royal family's property. Constantine sued at the European Court of Human Rights and was awarded a fraction of the he had sought. Constantine traveled with a Danish passport as a Danish prince. He is survived by his wife, the former Princess Anne Mary of Denmark, youngest sister of Queen Margrethe, 5 children Alexia, Pavlos, Nikolaos, Theodora, and Philippos, and 9 grandchildren.